The shadows dance ominously, whispering secrets. What's your next bold move against these terrifying foes? How will you turn the tide?
Sit on there. Oh, don't get old, kids. Or do. BC Alternative. What up, folks? What up, folks? Oh, that's hot. Hang on now. Welcome to the Gabbin and the Games. It's good to have you. It's good to see you. How's that for special effects? Isn't that great? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to all you motherfuckers over on Twitch, which we're streaming to at least for today. And welcome to all of the YouTube folks. It's good to have you guys here. Let me turn this music down a little bit. I don't know. We don't need Christmas music for game talk. We'll put that up later. All right, let's settle. Hey, member event coming up this Saturday. What time is it? I think 11 a.m. California time. Breakfast with Jaffe members at the Calypso's Cult Calypso, God of War, and mods are all welcome to join on the Discord. That will be our members event for the week. All right, so today we are doing a proper Gabbin and Games, but it's a little different today, my friends. It's a little different because... well, no, it's a little different because sometimes I like to do episodes where I have done absolutely zero prep. So there has been no prep for this. It might. Matt says it might start an hour late. There's no prep for this. I like to sometimes just go over to the news and see what's happening and respond in real time and take your takes and all that good stuff. So I do want to remind you before we start the stream, we are working towards a $200 super chat goal. If we get $200 in super chat donations here on the YouTube, we will be streaming either as part of this stream or a separate stream later on tonight or tomorrow. The EGM documentary that just went live on YouTube, we'll be watching that together as pals do. There are brand new tiers that are up. All that's under about this video. You can check that out on the YouTube or you can check it out. Just ask me. I don't fucking know. What else? Any other news? We played Horses, that game. We played that the other night, the full game. Believe it or not, I finished it. That will be going live on YouTube later today. And we did the Hydra level from God of War 1, 2005 with the director deep dive, aka me. We did that Saturday. I thought it was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing another one sometime relatively soon, but that is up on YouTube as well if you want to watch that. Now, Matt, EGM documentary. Somebody made a documentary about, EGM, the magazine, which is really one of my favorite, print video game magazines of all time. I adore it. It kind of came, I remember once, it was out there, they pulled it, and then a buddy of mine, I haven't talked to this guy in years, Brady, I always call him Fleischer, but it was like Flechter or something, but he ended up being the editor-in-chief of the relaunch of EGM. And I remember having a meeting with him at DICE one year. I think it was like 2012 DICE. And they were like, we're going to launch it and we're going to have, in fact, I was their first interview in the new EGM relaunch. But they were going to do like discs or CD-ROMs and internet with the magazine. And so we were talking very briefly about it. It's like, oh, maybe, I'd like to make a horror game. And like a real simple horror game, and put it on the EGM disc. So we were like, oh, that would be really cool, and this, that, and the other. But it just kind of, magazines were on the downfall. Do you know, I went into the goddamn grocery store the other day, just to get groceries, obviously, and I saw Mad Magazine, which they only print like compilations now. They haven't done new Mad in quite some time. And I'm like, oh, I'll pick that up. Do you know how much this fucking magazine is? All these kind of compilation magazines, it's a $17 magazine. I can get Blowjob for $17. I mean, she don't got no teeth, but still, $17 fucking dollars? You goddamn, you out of your mind. So I put that back on the shelf and I said, no, thank you. Cause I get it in my, DC Ultimate Universe, whatever it is. I have their Netflix version of comics. So I just read them online. I pay them. It's not, I don't, pirate them or anything. I spend my teens copying cheat codes from magazines in grocery stores, drinking free coffee, says Zombie. Yeah, well, I didn't do that, but, ST charges $17. Where to get the $17 deal? Just down on the corner. Times are tough out there. But anyway, yeah, so that, there you go. What's going on, Jaffe? Arkham Trilogy for the Switch, hoping it plays good. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I can't do a lot of old school games. Like I see Mutemo in the chat right now playing the new Blood. And again, I mean, I don't know about Blood. I like Blood, but it looks, the reviews are kind of mixed and, there's just too many new fucking things to play right now. But, if you love the Arkham, go pick that up. One of the reasons I talked about this the other day. One of the reasons I want, Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers and not Paramount. Paramount today just put up a $108 billion counterbid, and I hope they don't get it. First off, I don't like this Larry Ellison and his brood. I don't like him. I know his daughter runs Annapurna, and she's done some great stuff there for a while, but the son, fuck you, you prick, you arrogant. Go build something. Go make something, you piece of shit. Ted Soros, whatever the fuck his name is, has done really good shit for Netflix and Netflix's customers. Whether you love or hate Netflix, he's done a pretty fucking good job bringing us lots of interesting movies and TV shows, and they've tried to get into games. I'd much rather have that guy lording over Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Mortal Kombat, Lord of the Rings, the movie license, than some fucking upstart 32-year-old who's only in the chair because his papa was rich and gave it to him. Fuck you. Is what I would say. I hope Netflix gets it. Stream Element says, and Anna G says, don't forget to like the stream, show some support by dropping a super chat or gifting a membership. You goddamn right. Jaffe, why are so many people fear-mongering about AI? Well, I talked about this on the stream yesterday, but probably because they are morons and they follow the herd. Look, people are right to be afraid of AI as it remains unregulated and as the companies that train on AI have done a very poor job in compensating the people that they have used work they've trained on. Legal needs to step in and solve that problem. That's a very real thing to be concerned about. But the other stuff, and a lack of social safety nets, at least in America, is something to be concerned about. There are valid reasons to be worried about AI as it relates to quality of life outside of the art itself. But a lot of the anger, I think, comes from people who want to draw, and they're pissed that this stuff's going to be like, you're doing it now. It's like, yeah, it is. It is. If you look at coming up in a minute, you'll see the little ads I have down there. All of those obviously were done with AI. The pancakes with Jaffe coming up this weekend, Saturday at 11 a.m. for members or Cult Calypso members. What am I going to do? You want me to go out and pay a fucking artist? That image would probably cost me about $180 to $300. Probably about $300 because I have some iterations. You want me to fucking pay when I can get it there? I mean, it's just a ridiculous thing. It's kind of like going, I don't want you to use spell check in your documents. I want you to keep the people who make the dictionary employed. It's like, sorry. Things change. As long as AI is used as a tool, it's good, says Roadkill. But if you use it for every fucking little thing, it turns to slop. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. That's just, I love your Roadkill, but you're just writing things that mean nothing. So the more I use it, the worse it gets. That can't be what you mean. I think what do you, I do agree with you that it becomes a problem if you don't bring any of your own creativity to it. But I mean, for a little fucking logo in the corner, I'm supposed to go out and pay $500 for that, $300 for that? Come on now. Hollywood talks shit on AI because they want to get ahead on it before the public does. I don't think Hollywood talks shit on it. I think most of these studios have been very, very clear that they're all in on AI, the game studios and the movie studios. Not every director, of course, but I mean, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm tired of, I don't give a fuck, Christopher Nolan, about the theater experience. I don't care. You know what? You're a multi-billionaire. You can sit around and deal with that shit. I don't want to go pay when I take everybody, I take well over $100 just for tickets. Then you got to get the popcorn. Fuck you. Fuck you. So I don't care about that. I don't care about Scorsese. I love Scorsese, one of my favorite directors. I love Christopher Nolan. But I'll watch your movie wherever the fuck I want to watch it, thanks. And if you only want to release it in theaters, that's fair. Go with God. You have that right. I don't think he has billions, but he's certainly a 100 millionaire. But yeah, I'm just like, fuck the theater experience, make it cheaper, make it easier, make it less annoying. Whatever, shut up. You're right with those logos. All the ways just don't make a whole movie. I don't have a problem making a movie with it if it's good. Quentin Tarantino, fuck off. I don't care, man. I don't care that you want me to enjoy. I loved The Hateful Eight. Guess what? I watched it on my computer monitor, streaming it off Netflix. It was awesome. Okay? Don't put your shit on me, baby. Just show me your movie. Yeah, I love the theater experience too, Matt. We're going to go see Stranger Things, the final episode, in a theater on New Year's Eve, because I want to be surrounded by other Stranger Things fans, and we want to, it just seems like a fun experience. But I'll be the judge of when I go to the goddamn motion picture show. Do memberships go towards the goal? Anna asked. It doesn't, only because the thing that I have at the top, is tied into just super chats. So today we're making the ducats by super chats. And I'll tell you something else. If you're over on watching us on Twitch, welcome. And I'll tell you about it. You hit us up with your Amazon Prime monthly membership. It don't cost you any money. It helps out the stream. We would really appreciate it if you think we're worth it. If you think we're worth it. Some movies are just better in theaters, says V8. I understand what you're saying. There are experiences that are great to be had in a big motion picture house. One of my great lifetime movie experiences was being taken out of school, seeing Return of the Jedi in 1983, and it was the first time, because I grew up in Alabama, I didn't know there were lots of hardcore geeks around, and that theater was just packed with people yelping and shouting and cheering, and I'm like, this is the way to watch a movie. The experience was great, but the actual movie wasn't better or worse because of it. Is there any point in seeing the Avatar movies anywhere other than the theaters? I don't know, Goomba. What I will tell you is I saw a tweet the other day. I was going to bring it up on the stream. I wasn't in high school. I was in fifth grade, sixth grade. Hi, Electric Angel. Thank you for the follow, buddy. We appreciate it. I saw a thing about, Avatar is consistently a huge moneymaker. But what they wrote was, they said, but it has no cultural imprint. And the tweet was more of a query, like, can somebody tell us why? What's interesting? I'm seeing things that say, thank you for the sub, Electric Angel. I'm running this right now, so I don't, let me see what's happening. I think we're seeing a few super chats come in, but I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Warp Die, thank you for the $1 over on YouTube. And Anna Downpour, thank you so much. We appreciate the super chat as well. Thank you so much to both you guys. I really do appreciate that. I don't want to pay for something that required zero effort from a human, says Mech. Well, then don't. But what do you mean exactly? I mean, first off, I want to pay for something that is compelling and entertaining. That's all I care about. And I think that's pretty much all anybody cares about for the most part. But, for example, if you value hanging out and having more of an intimate conversation with me in the chat, this Saturday when we do lunch or breakfast with Jaffe, that will be live people. But did I use an AI sticker to advertise it? I did. Yeah, Dragon says, I have seen no one even talking about Avatar, yet everyone goes to watch it. I've only seen the first one. I have not seen any of the other Avatars. Hello, Captain Loudpack. Good to see you, buddy. I've only seen the very first one, so I don't really know much. I don't really follow the Avatar motion picture shows that much, but, I hear the other ones are good. I hear the other ones are really, really good, but I'm not interested. They didn't stick to my bones. The first one was fine. Maple says, I'd rather talk to you than a more compelling or entertaining AI version of Jaffe. Well, I'm not saying Saturday will be the real me, but, eventually when I kick the can, I'm going to want an avatar out there. I don't think that's creepy. I absolutely want my kids to be able to converse with their papa. When I would love for them to be able, like my son right now loves Fortnite, still plays Roblox and plays Minecraft. I would absolutely love for the kids in the future to go, hey, I'm going into this virtual world. I'm going into the metaverse or whatever. I want to bring my dad with me. It's not really my dad, but it's based off decades of him online and shit that he's put into the system. And it's, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. I did finish the Hydra level. That video is up on YouTube right now for all and anyone to watch, and it will stay up. The other ones won't. They will be behind the paywall, but that one will be up. Speaking of paywall, come on now. Speaking of paywall, this very stream, unless you are a Diet Coke Commando, which is $2.99 a month. It ain't much for all you get. But, hey, money's tight for a lot of people. I get it. But this stream will end in about an hour for you guys, and it'll automatically roll over for members. So just keep that in mind if you're like, where did the stream go? It's like, that's how we do it. So if you want to pony up the ducats for a $2.99 sub, we would appreciate it. Jaffe, did you move to a different house? We did move. Yes, we did. Because I needed a little more space, but we actually needed a different layout. So... Jaffe, would you upload your consciousness? Would you upload your consciousness digitally? You goddamn right I would upload. Yeah, fuck yeah. Wait a minute. Bunny, you don't need to spend money. Come on, man. Bunny, thanks, bud. But come on. Here, by the way, if you want to call into the show, and I would love to have Bunny call in. I haven't seen her in a while. I did see her the other night, but you know. But if anybody wants to call into the show, you can do it. It's not a problem. But thank you, Bunny, for that. I sure do appreciate that. I didn't lose. Oh, okay. Let me explain something to you guys. Okay, so number one. Oh, I would love a Madhouse reunion. Tech and I were talking about it the other day about how we could do it. I would love to do it. I would love to do it. You know, I loved Madhouse. And I actually think Madhouse would be better less frequently, though, because we could have more valuable, varied topics. It got really hard to find stuff to talk about in that genre every night. I'm going to put, I won't do it right now, but I'm going to put up in a little bit the link that you guys can use if you want to call in and, you know, God damn it, Jaffe, talk. I'm overwhelmed now, my brain. But thank you, Bunny. I appreciate it. How are you, bud? Listen to this. Embers Arcade. Embers, by the way, I'm not ignoring your DM. I've been very busy with the move, and then we had Thanksgiving. I love the video. Embers did a great video edit for us, and I want to talk to you, and I will get to you later this week. I would absolutely love to chat and continue our conversations. He edited the video about Jesus Christ being in God of War. He put that whole thing together, and I thought it was great. So I will get back to you this week. I've just been super fucking busy, and I'm sorry. And I hope he went to Japan for the first time, too. I hope you guys had a great time. One Buff Weeb, my buddy, he says, Jaffe, I still haven't slept, and I'm high as fuck. Good for you. I got permission to call in if you're live tomorrow. Well, who do you need to get permission from? To call in? But fuck yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Can we get a Madhouse Christmas stream? I would love that. Now, I will be up in Utah at a cabin during Christmas, but I'm hoping I can still stream up there. So maybe it won't be... You know what somebody asked me? Keem has to give them permission to call in. What the fuck? Okay. All right, well, we'd love to see you, One Buff. Yeah, I didn't know you were up all night. Were you up all night streaming with Tech? Would be funny if Kratos executes Jesus by... Well, if you watch the video, Dragon, you can see the whole thing. We talked all about what that would actually be like. It was pretty... I think it's pretty cool. But no, yeah, God of War, I did beat the Hydra level. I had a lot of fun. I had a great deal of fun playing that again, and I will be continuing that whole series pretty soon. I ruffle jammies. I can't help that. I ruffle jammies. Well, you know what I heard about that? I was going to sorry, you guys. I was going to tell you, I found the design document. The reason I hadn't sent it here, I'll show you. I think it's right here. If you go to the video, the Hydra video, I actually found the original. I thought I had lost it in the move, and I went down to the UPS store. I'm fucking not with you, Captain, to mail it to you. And I was like, where the fuck is it? But not only, so I did lose it, but I found the original. I'm not going to send you the original, but I'll send you a copy of that. So it's coming. It's coming. Can we get Colin on the show at some point? I'd love to. Yeah, I'll reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a while. Okay. I got to go over to this chat. I'm sorry. I'm not used to multi-chatting or whatever. But yeah, if you're watching us over on Twitch, welcome and thank you. I have like 3,000 followers over there, but I guess I don't stream over there enough for the algorithm to give a fuck. So, okay. No, you know what I told Tech real quick? We'll get on to some video game stuff in a second. But we were talking about Madhouse, and I said, if we could get Bunny back, hang on. If we could get Bunny back and we could do it over on the A track at Keemstar's network, I would have different concessions this time. There's things I would put up with and things I wouldn't, and I'm sure the same goes for him, but he's like, dude, I don't think Keem would have a problem with it, but Brantley fucking hates you. And I'm like, you know what, man, that's fine. I mean, I struggle about, not that anybody's asked me to go back to that network, but I struggle with it because I do have issues with some of the things some of the people have done. But I don't really have a beef personally with Keemstar at all. But I do think his fiance is a little high-strung. A little poodle. A little poodle. I don't think he's going to marry her. That's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to walk away from the whole thing. Yes, give me your address again, Loud Punk. Grok gave me a serious reality check, says David K. Thank you for the super chat. It also thinks I need therapy. Turns out the president or Congress can make me a billionaire. I think that's it. Well, I appreciate it, David K. I really, really do appreciate the super chat, but I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. But that's par for the course, isn't it? But yes, I absolutely, the president can't make you a billionaire, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But I want to say thank you for that, David K. I hope you're well. My name is Captain Catch. Jaffe, you're a legend. Merry Christmas. Wishing you all the best for 2026. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate the 5 pounds from across the pond. Thank you, sir. We're less than $50 away at this point from being able to watch the EGM documentary either today or tomorrow. Let's hope we make it. Let's keep our toes and fingers crossed, my boys. Okay. But yeah, it's good to see Bunny. It's always great to see Bunny. She's a delight. She's a delightful little lady. Okay. Listen, let's talk a little bit about some news. I have not seen much of the news at all today. Sometimes I like doing these episodes and they come in totally fresh. So I don't know what's going to happen, but let's see. There we go. The Streamer Awards were a reminder of how streaming rewards bad behavior. I didn't watch the whole thing. Tech was watching it like a goddamn, gambling addict watches the NFL draft. I don't know if that even works, but you know what I'm saying. He was devouring it. And so I would pop by over at his desk every now and then and check it out. It was really dumb. It was really fucking dumb and embarrassing. And the host, I guess it's Cutie Cinderella, she made some kind of racist jokes, and it was just stupid. I don't know if there's any clips on here, but I guess people are, let's see. Yeah, they're just bad. But what do you expect? What do you fucking expect? Here you go. India Love gets booed off stage after claiming DDG and Rakaya deserved breakout streamer. All right, I don't know what this is.
Breakout streamer of the year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won breakout streamer of the year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Boom, 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 boom.
Who cares? That's nothing. That's just some Kanye shit right there. That's what he said about Taylor Swift and Beyonce. My hottest take on the Streamer Award says Sean DeBlack. That's his handle, Sean DeBlack. Is all the drama and clip farming is a direct consequence of promoting and rewarding the kind of behavior? Yeah, no shit. No shit. That's why I fucking bitch about it all the time. When people say, when I get cranky about, certain channels that will go unmentioned making so much fucking money. And I'm like, some of these people over there are not good people. You're making them rich. What are you doing? But yeah, I didn't really give much of a shit about that. They talked about me this morning on the LCU, said you aren't someone who follows authority. Show me somebody who's an authority. I mean, I'm not, look, if you, here's, I'm going to give Keemstar, not that he needs it, but I'm going to give him a little free nickel's worth of free advice here. Okay. No, I didn't get a mention, Rory. What are you talking about? I'm not a big streamer. But if you want to work with people who are actually talented and have the ability to do really well for you, and I mean really well for you, you've got to be, part of the management of those people is very unique. There's a lot of people that, will do anything to be there. And that's fine, but the quality of the people, and I'm not saying all of them at all, some of them are great. One Buff is great. Billy the Fridge is great. But a lot of them are rubbish. And they're rubbish because, rubbish in, rubbish out. You want people who are, when I did Madhouse, I did not look at it like a Keemstar show. I looked at it like it was my show and Bunny's show and Tech's show. And I put just as much work and effort into it as I would if I was getting 100% of the funds back. So, you know, they can talk about me and say I don't follow authority. I follow authority if that's the relationship we've entered, but I'm a little bit harder to manage. I always have been. Talent is hard to manage. It should be. Anyway, that's what I would say. And I mean, I think I'm talented. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's subjective. The rubbish. I love the word rubbish. Okay. All right. Anyway, there's the streamer awards, whatever. Do with it what you want. I'm buying these. I don't give a fuck. Look at this. Look at this shit right here. Google is going to war again with Meta, which is great. They should. And they're going to be putting out new Google glasses, and they haven't announced a price yet. But I'll tell you what. I've said this many times. I do not believe in virtual reality as the future, but I very much believe in augmented reality as the future. And this is a sample of their. It gets powered by your phone. You put on the goddamn glasses. They look pretty cool. Here's what they look like. You know, they just kind of look like a pair of, you know, sunglasses. And it does other things than this, but like the killer app at the moment, and it'll only get better, is that you can be walking around and not only can you see street view like this, it will take you up to, if you want to see a top-down view, a 3D top-down view. You know, you'll never get lost again. And you'll be able to, you know, look at something and go, hey, what's the history of this building or whatever? And Gemini, which is great AI at the moment, will help you out. Captain Loudpack says, Jaffe, do you think Sony will give Naughty Dog more time to make Intergalactic? I think they will get as absolute much time as they need for the most part. I mean, there'll be a point, I think, where it'll be like, hey, man, okay, that's enough. But no, I think, you know, I think they're going to get all the time they need. I don't think we're going to see it this year. And the rumor is we may not even see it next year. Darkness Within says old school God of War is greater than new God of War. I agree. I mean, I like the new God of War. I loved God of War 2018, but I think I've said this many times. They've painted themselves into a corner with this new Kratos. In my opinion, we will see. Your mileage will vary, and it should. But in my opinion, I think they have kind of painted themselves into a corner with the character that really is not all that compelling anymore. And it will be, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see what ends up happening. Gun, I'm bothered this didn't pop up on the stream. Gun over on Twitch says, talking about Madhouse is like that guy that goes back to high school after graduating. What are you talking about? We literally stopped Madhouse in October. It's been 2 months. What are you talking about? You know, give me a break. It had a lot of potential. I'm sorry we couldn't keep it going. Don't say talking about it. Like, shut up. Do I think Naughty Dog is sinking now because of lack of games and only remasters? No. Look, here's what I think. I think that Sony has also painted themselves into a corner. They're getting better. I mean, they do have Helldivers. They have MLB The Show. You know, they're not only the cinematic action adventure games, but those that they are, you know, those that they are known for, you know, those are behemoths of costly productions. And the only way to really compete at that level is to outspend yourself and out production value yourself. You also have to make a great game. And that's going to get longer and longer and longer. So I don't think that they've painted their sinking, but I absolutely think that there are many, many, many discussions going on at various studios within Sony about how do we pivot and still give the players what they want, but also, you know, they have to have been talking about this for a very, very long time. The reason they changed God of War was the character was compelling. God of War Ascension, says Matt. No, you misunderstand. I do not have any issue with the fact that God of War was getting long in the tooth, and it absolutely was. And I think the sales of Ascension proved that out. And Ascension was a really good game in a lot of ways. And I think Corey's solution to it as a one-off was absolutely brilliant. The problem with it, in my opinion, was you ended up turning the character into someone that if you were going to launch a franchise, you were going to bring that version of Kratos to people and say, what do you think about the guy who's going to run our $300 million franchises? Most people would have rejected that character. But that now is the face of the franchise. And Atreus ain't much better. So the story was good. It was great. And the narrative about Kratos changing from this to that, all of that worked beautifully. But you end up with a dead franchise, in my opinion, at least in my level of interest, because the arc is complete. He's done. What are you going to do? Kill Atreus and he becomes angry again? Or he's going to have, dispatch like group therapy conversations in the next, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but maybe they have plans. But anyway, so I love the idea of reinvigorating the character, but I think they changed him so much that it's no longer God of War, which is fine. But what they ended up with, I think, is kind of not very compelling in the long run. It reminds me of the last two Indiana Jones movies. Like if you look at Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, and you hear Harrison Ford talk about, the character, he's like, I was really interested in playing him as a guy who was older and struggling to keep up, and the consequences of his life being Indiana Jones had caught up with him. I'm like, fuck off. It's the same thing. It's why that movie bombed. Nobody wants that from Indiana Jones. We get that in our own lives. We get that in dramas, Oscar bait dramas. When I go see a goddamn Indiana Jones movie, I don't want to see Indiana Jones struggling with arthritis. I don't want to see him struggling with the fact that his son died in the Vietnam War, which he did in the story, and he couldn't handle it, and so Marion left him. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Ordinary People, American Beauty? Could I fucking watch Indiana Jones, my childhood hero, and have him out there, and thank God for Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, because it absolutely redeemed it. It's one of the best Indiana Jones stories ever. So, Ascension, Darkness says, I don't know why they keep smacking Ascension. It was amazing. I'm a fan of Ascension. Great. I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm saying that it didn't sell. There were, I had somebody at Sony tell me they were just boxes of it in warehouses they couldn't get rid of. Matt says, I like the new indie movie. It wasn't anything amazing. It was fine. For me, as a hardcore Indiana Jones fan, though, it was just simply not Indiana Jones, which is why I look at God of War and I say, look, God of War, especially God of War Ragnarok, if you came to me and pitched me Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny sight unseen with no franchise legacy, most people would say, I'm not greenlighting that. That's what I would say. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Enough of this shenanigan. Where are we looking at? Look at this. I want to talk about this. I just want to... hang on. Let's settle. No. Let's settle. Let's do a call-in. Hang on. Let me show you how the call-in's going to work today. See if we can make this work. It doesn't always work, but I think it'll work for us today. I feel good about it. All right. Copy. All right. I'm going to put this over on the YouTube. And I'm going to pin it to the top. If you want to call in, and you don't have to be on camera, but you certainly can if you wish to be, click that I just posted to the pinned message, and I'll bring you in if you have an interest in coming on the show and talking about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Okay. All right. Well, PG says, I didn't want God of War multiplayer. I didn't want multiplayer in my God of War. Yeah, but you still had a single player game. You didn't have to play that. So anyway, all right. So this woman who was, I think, the artist that was responsible for creating Miles Morales. And she wasn't, banging the drum and complaining from a standpoint of, I think she was asked a question. And her response was this. They said, Miles Morales co-creator Sarah Pichelli says she does not get any royalties from Spider-Verse films, Insomniac games, or merch. I don't get anything. That's the saddest part of my life, she said. And like fucking clockwork, the internet has come to her aid and come to her defense and been like, this is terrible. The companies are greedy. This is awful, blah, and just the same old shit and without knowing anything. I've talked about this in various forms before, but when people ask me, are you mad you don't get royalties off God of War or Twisted Metal or anything you've worked on? And I'm like, no. Don't get me wrong. Would I love them? Yeah. If Herman Hulse wakes up and has like a fucking, some kind of aneurysm that until it gets treated, he signs something that says, give all the creators, great. But that was never the deal. And this woman knows that. That was never the deal. You get what you can negotiate. I don't know if Brian Michael Bendis gets royalties, but when he created Miles Morales as the writer, he certainly was more established and more of a meaningful, successful name in that industry. So he might not. But I got health insurance, incredible pay, security, bonuses when I was there. That was the deal we made. And so, yeah, it would be great to get more. I would love that. Are you shitting me? Let me know out there if you, but the idea that, you're able, some of these comments are just, they're just so dumb. Let's see. That's actually sad. Getting zero from the billions. Marvel's treating creators like unpaid interns. Next, they'll sue her for swinging too close to the merch. Really sad. If this was any industry outside entertainment, people would be screaming exploitation. No. If you go to work anywhere, if you work at McDonald's and you make the fries, do you think you get I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm down for a socialist co-op McDonald's experiment, but you don't get 20 cents for every fry box that gets sold at McDonald's. You do the work you're paid for, not paid unless it was in your contract beforehand. The creators who work on something that loses money owe the studio. Right. Exactly. Right. So but I bring it up not to educate you guys. You guys clearly are aware of how this works. Like, look at this guy. Corporate greed is next level. That's a crime. No, it's not. She didn't create the character of Spider-Man. She created a variation as an employee. Presumably, she was paid salary for her work. Right. That's the money's for. Some heroes fly, but their creators are too often grounded. Hearing her say she gets nothing makes the industry's brightest triumphs feel strangely hollow. Come on, shut up. God. Yeah, well, you could be right. 2D Man says all of these comments are from kids still in high school. I do not want to see the internet regulated in any meaningful way. Well, maybe I do. Depends. But certainly not in the way that says, I need to be able to click on your name and see how old you are. But you are right. I mean, you come to a site like Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever, and you assume that everybody you're talking with kind of has the same level of age awareness and education and all kinds of things. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like if you were like a 15-year-old debating this in middle school, I get why you would be full of piss and vinegar. But then somebody should say, use that piss and vinegar to negotiate a better deal or refuse to do the work. Zeke says these comments are a partial reflection of anti-capitalist rhetoric. I'm anti-capitalist the way it is right now. I don't disagree philosophically, but that's not the contract. So figure out how to change that. I'm in. I'll be there with you guys with the picket signs and the whatever we do. I don't fucking know. But this ain't that. Okay. let's move forward. But I do want to say thank you to, I think we got ourselves a brand new shiny dono. Thank you for David K. I don't know what life-changing event will occur, but until it happens, I shall not see you guys. I will be here for Jaffe playing God of War. Otherwise, farewell. Buddy, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stay safe. Stay well. Go to therapy. I've been telling you for 5 years on this show. Go to therapy. If you can't afford it, let us know. We will raise some funds to at least get you a couple months of therapy, or at least we'll try. Because you need to talk to somebody, man. I hope you're well. We're a big fan of yours. We wish you well. We want you to do well. That's what I would say. Jaffe says, lycanthropic, I hear you have the biggest dong in the game business. Is that true? I mean, I don't know. I haven't had an opportunity, nor would I want one, to check out the penis size or any penises of anybody else who I work with or who I have worked with. So I couldn't tell you. Let's fucking go. Let's pick it, sign this. Yeah, you know. But listen, we're going to move on to a video game story here. But why won't these people sponsor me? That's what I want every day. If you like this show and you want to see it go, continue. I mean, don't troll the guy, but head over to the beard or the Fable Beard Company once a week. Send him a tweet, send him an email, and say Jaffe not only has the best beard in the business, he has a very loyal audience, and did I mention he has the best beard? But he also has your products, man. I don't know where it is, but I got a sampler from their website, and it's fucking delightful. And so just go over there and say, look, man, the guy is the knees bees. Sponsor his fucking show, and enjoy that. The Fable Beard Company. Don't harass them. Once a week. Who would you got? I would go beard to beard with Schaefer, because when mine gets really long, it's pretty insanely impressive. Put the Twitter in your announcement for us to like it. I'll do my best if I remember what that means. Do not roadkill. Shut up. Don't do that. Be nice. Hey, we want him as a sponsor. Don't we want the show to continue and be successful? Come on, man. Listen to this. Let's go through the news together, because I haven't even looked at it today. So I'm going to grow it out, Anna, because I'm just too busy to shave it. But I'm not doing it for a look unless the beard guy hits me up and says, hey, man, don't lose the beard. I'm trying to find I had it last night. It's this little vial, and it just smells great. Now I kind of want to smell it. The fuck did that go? I don't know. Whenever I'm looking for, I can't find shit. Everything's clean, and I still can't find shit. I just had the cleaning ladies come. Okay, well. Anyway, trust me, I don't use it because I don't do anything, but I've played with it. It's great. Okay. Let us interact with your tweet to the sponsor. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll talk about it. Remind me is what I'm saying. Okay. 7 big games to be announced at the Game Awards this Thursday, including first-person game everyone is waiting for. What is the first-person game everyone is waiting for? Let's see what that is, my friends. You heard I'm a chode? I mean, there's no way anybody would know in the industry. There's no way, because there's no industry people that I've been with in that way for a very long time. And I assure you I'm not. Not that I would have a problem with it. I mean, dick's a dick, man. And, mine works fine. But it is, as I've said before, I've had people tell me it's surprisingly big, which I take as a compliment. Halo 6, they're thinking that. BioShock Vita could be Judas. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But I'd love it to be Halo. I really liked the last Halo. I know a lot of people didn't. But there we go. Jaffe, would you wear a toupee? No. I mean, I would for fun, but I would not take I would not take a wig sponsor or a toupee sponsor, Zeke, because I don't believe in them. I think men who lose their hair should do what they want, and I support their right to do what they want, but I couldn't in good conscience pitch you on a toupee because I think they're stupid. I think you should get your shit together and be bald. People are bald. That's what happens. Live with it. You know, I mean, unless you like are suffering from a disease or something and you're really young, that's different. That's different. Stephen Totillo says a full Knights of the Old Republic 2 remake with cut content included is being planned. Okay. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3's gameplay is almost complete. I wonder if that game has seen declining sales. Like, I'm not saying it's not brilliant. I'm not saying it's not great. I know it is. I only played the demo of the very first remake, and I thought it was great. But I just, a game like that, I would assume there's a percentage of people that bought the first one, the remake, and didn't like it, so they didn't buy the second one. And then the second one, they liked it. The first one, but about the second one, didn't like it. So I wonder how, But I hear it's great. I hear it's fucking great. So that's pretty cool. Consumer level AI is rapidly improving. Why aren't we getting better AI in games? Uncle Slappy asks. Well, we are soon. I haven't gotten around to play that Where the Winds Meet game yet, but apparently they have AI NPCs that you can actually talk to. A couple of games have been doing that, which I absolutely love. I don't know if it works that well yet, but I think we're going to see a lot of that sooner than later, and I think it's going to be transformative. I am a big fan of the immersion that you can get from that kind of talking to the AI. Yeah, exactly. Anna Downpour says, guys, can we please get to 50 likes? Yeah, thank you, Anna. What do you got, rocks in your head? You are watching the best stream on the goddamn internet. Whether you're watching on Twitch, thank you, or YouTube, thank you. It's the best fucking stream on the internet. And what we need are your likes, your notification bells hit. We need you to sub to the channel. And ideally, we'd love to get memberships. Look at that. There he is. He pops up right there. There's our little buddy, the Diet Coke Commando. We'd love your memberships. We would love your super chats. Gets us close to hitting the EGM documentary watch party. Think about that. Think about that. So let's go, baby. Let's go. Reach into your wallets, reach into your hearts, and support the best fucking show on the internet, which is this one, if you didn't know. I love it. You didn't know. Okay. No, I am no longer playing Arc Raiders. I loved it. And Arc Raiders is easily in my top 3. For a time, it was my number 1 game of the year. I was just like, this is amazing. And at one point, I just got to a point where I felt like, it's not that I had all seen it all, but I'm like, I had run through kind of the loop, as they say, and I enjoyed it a great deal. And I thought, and I still like playing it, but I couldn't, it lacked something to keep me going after about 2 weeks of playing hardcore. And I didn't finish it. I didn't get through all the missions or anything. I think what it was I had enough experience doing the missions, and doing things for the NPCs and this, that, and the other, that I wasn't getting enough of a dopamine hit, to go, oh my God, I have to keep playing. I'm like, okay, I get it. But I love it. I fucking love it. The Game Awards are coming up this Thursday, by the way, if you're curious. I think Durig is asking. Maddie says, I feel ya. I feel the same way about Helldivers too. I go back every once in a while. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's really well done. Jaffe says, Lennon, you think Sony will allow streams of PS6 games? Oh, I see what you mean. It's a good question. They should. I mean, they won't. I don't think they will. I think what you mean is if you have PlayStation Premium and you can stream games, and they put PS6 games on it, can I stream those now to my portal, or can I stream those to my PS5? That's a great question, and I think they should, but I don't know. I don't know that. By the way, thank you, David Fornash, for the super chat. We are we're less than 20% away from our goal to watch the great EGM documentary watch party together as pals do. So keep it coming. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, but thanks, buddy. PG says, Jaffe, you should try and interview Morgan Webb. I've tried, but she's kind of out of that. She's working at a game studio, and she has. I mean, I've talked to her probably 4 times in my life. All 4 times were delightful. She was great. I really enjoyed hanging out with her. She's a very nice lady, very smart lady, but I think she's just done with that. As far as I could tell, she certainly didn't respond to me. I mean, I had Olivia Munn respond back. Morgan Webb never fucking responded back. And Olivia Munn's a fucking, movie star now. Jaffe, do you have arthritis from gaming from so long? I don't know. I don't know if it's from that, but my finger, I went for my physical the other day and I was about to leave. I said, oh, I got to show you my finger. It's weird. And it's all kind of bent out of shape. And she's like, oh yeah, that's arthritis. I'm like, fuck, really? She's like, yeah, it happens. I'm like, all right, fine. But anyway, yeah. So but I don't know if it's from gaming or not. Jaffe says, Da Vinci, I got my girlfriend a maroon lambskin jacket and opal earring with marquise cut stones. $300. What'd you buy for one of the ladies in your life, Jaffe? I haven't bought any gifts yet. We're all pretty much like not gift giving we love gifts and I love to give and get gifts. I'm not some asshole. But the idea of doing it on Christmas, when we had little kids, we went all out. I mean, we were just like, fuck yeah. Every day Amazon came to the door, 3 to 10 times a day with just dumb shit I would buy. And then it just started collecting dust and, you don't really, I asked my son last night, we were walking, I said, what's the best Christmas gift you ever got? And he said, it was a keyboard because he's a musician. But he said the one I remember most was, his Harry Styles, doll, I guess, or figure or whatever. It had electronics in it. He says, that's the one I remember the most, like when he was young. So, but now I just look at it and I love Christmas and I love being with everybody, but it just seems so fake when you're doing all of this shit. Like, it's like I bought you a present because you're going to be at the Christmas season and I don't have to, but it's just like, it feels so manipulative. So I like the idea. I heard somebody once say, like for example, giving books. I love giving books to people at various times of the year because then it's just kind of like, I read this, I thought of you. It's meaningful in a way that I think you'll appreciate it. And that is I think a better use of the gift giving process. But I don't want to shame anybody. I'm not trying to be on a high horse here. It's just, I don't feel as genuine, so I don't really participate in that all that much. So, and giving time is the best. I read something, all these things hit around this time of year. It was some tweet or something, and it was saying something kind of like that. It's like, the biggest, it's dorky, I admit, the way it's phrased, but when you really think about it, the biggest gift is sitting around with the people you love. And I know that sounds kind of, woo-woo, but I want you to think about that. I mean, I think about this a lot. I think about, every day parents in the world lose a child. More than one parent. But, there are people now spending Christmas this year for the first time without their little kids because their little kids are no longer here. Or there are children whose parents died in a car wreck or whatever, of cancer. And this is their first Christmas. And it just happened a week ago. And to me, the idea of, that's, you got to just be grateful, man. You got to just be grateful. Stick says, well, technically Jews aren't supposed to celebrate Christmas anyway. You killed one of their guys. Well, first off, fuck you. Second off, I'm not Jewish. Third off, if we are going to start attributing every bad act to the religion the person was when they did the bad act, just simply because of sheer numbers, the numbers of Christians in the world. I think those guys have a lot more to atone for than the Jews do. But that said, I'm not either of them. And we don't celebrate Hanukkah. I mean, we celebrate, we do celebrate the holidays. We have a Christmas tree. We say Merry Christmas. When my kids were little, we had a menorah. I still have it somewhere because I wanted them to kind of see the various cultures and stuff and see what I had come up with. But yeah, it's not really a thing for us. None of us are religious here. Is it Jewish culture or truly the genuine stuff? Like, didn't being Jewish kind of help the narrative? Most others naively love Christmas. No, when I was a kid, Da Vinci, we had 8 nights of Hanukkah. We got tons of presents. Every night we would get multiple presents. And then we would go over to my aunt's, who was Christian, because my mom converted, and we would celebrate Christmas, and we'd get Christmas presents over there as well. So, that's what I would say. So I don't think Jews celebrate Hanukkah and they get tons of presents. You too, yeah. So, okay. Let's see what else is happening at NeoGAF. The video game industry is kind of lame, says Cyberpunked. See what he's talking about. This is an industry that has widespread hate for part of their fan base, where developers get to make a game they want to play, not what players want to play. Then they complain nobody wants to play the games they made. Okay, well, that's just simply not true. That's just simply not true. Does the industry have a hate for part of their fan base? I don't know if they do. I do. I have massive hate for a part of our fan base. Yeah. The toxic online gamer part, I absolutely despise them. And I don't give a fuck about them. I care about their money, so if I'm making a game, I want everybody to be happy if they pay for it. But yeah, sorry, a lot of them are toxic assholes. Sorry. The developers get to make the game they want to play. That's not usually true. But that said, there are indie games and there are certain games where they do that. And just don't buy it. Most games are hopefully responsibly budgeted. If they're making an art piece, they don't need to sell a lot of copies. But that's how the industry moves forward, is when they fund games that are passion projects at times, right? You wouldn't have, some of the games we love if they hadn't been, lifted up by people who were just obsessed with making their game. But when he says they don't make what players want to play, what are you talking about? The number one complaint in this fucking, online communities is another Call of Duty, another Sony cinematic third-person game. They totally make what players want. Otherwise, if they do it too long, they go out of business. Trust me, I know. I went out of business. Nobody wanted to play Drawn to Death. They have some of the most aggressive monetization practices with one. This has got to be the case of this kid being a high school kid. But they have some of the most aggressive monetization practices with one replacing the other. Battle Pass, loot boxes, gating content behind DLC. It's called business, you fucking moron. The market will decide. That's the world you're living in. If you don't like it, that's fine. Let's have a conversation about capitalism, socialism. Is there something in between that's better? Let's do that. But it's not aggressive. I had somebody literally tell me, because I take this show and put it behind a paywall after the first hour, hour and a half, depending on how long the show is that day, that I was being greedy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a business. I'm trying to run a business. I'm not doing a great job at it, but I'd like this to be profitable. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that, just because you don't want to pay for it and I'm asking for money for it, I guess I'm just greedy. I mean, I don't think that guy goes to his job and works for fucking free. Has terrible project management skills. There is some truth, but people have a right to be ignorant. They have a right to be ignorant. But games... Yeah, there are bad managers in every industry. Of course. But games getting delayed, it's not because, Sony Santa Monica delays their games. Naughty Dog delays their games. It's not because, sometimes it's bad management, but more often than not, it's because you don't know how games are made, Cyberpunk. Sorry, you don't. It takes a long time sometimes to find the fun, to find something compelling. Sorry. What do you want them to do? Put a shitty game out? You were just complaining about they're not making games that players want to play. Well, sometimes when you get into the process, it's not fun. They got to change it because the play testers have said it's shit. Well, hell, guess we got to go back to the drawing board. Delay. Fucking delay. That's how it works. God. People should get a punch in the nose if they're wrong 10 times and they don't bother to educate themselves and they know they're wrong, they should get a virtual punch in the nose, and it should affect just their avatar, not in real life. Do you get the members only videos on the Diet Coke Commanders? If you're a Diet Coke Commander or Diet Soda Soldier, but I recommend the Diet Coke Commanders because it's less expensive and we're phasing out the first one. Soldiers. What you get is you get these full shows. So when this goes members only in about 15, 20 minutes, you'll get a full show. You'll get to keep watching, and you'll get it live and video on demand. And you'll get into all the YouTube or Twitch members only kind of gaming streams and stuff. So if we do the Game Awards, and I think I'll stream it to everyone, but it might just be members only chat, you'll get into that as well. All that's written down below, but let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, let me check. Happy holidays to you and yours, Jew boy, says Stick Solid. Here's the problem. People don't know our relationship, so they probably think you're being an anti-Semite. Now, I know you are an anti-Semite, but you've done a good job of masking it for the while. So, but thank you for that. We appreciate it, Stick. Stick gets us 84% close. We're only 16% away from our EGM watch party. Let's go, boys. Bring that shit in. Bring it home. But thank you, Stick. We appreciate it. Jaffe, what's your favorite genre of book to read? I jump around a lot, man. I jump around a lot. I don't really... Like right now I'm reading a collection of short stories by... what was his name? Harlan Ellison, which I'm absolutely loving. Right before that, I read The Dead Zone by Stephen King. Right after that, I'm going to read an Ashley Poston book who does these kind of fantasy rom-com books. The last one I read was about this girl who stayed in her aunt's apartment in New York. And when she would come in to the apartment at times, it would be 7 years in the past. And she fell in love with the guy who was staying there 7 years in the past. But she was 7 years in the future. So the only time they could be together was when they were in that apartment. And she writes books like that. So the next book I'm going to read is her new book. So I read nonfiction. I love reading. The older I get, reading is, this guy like the Cyberpunk where he's like, they don't make what I want. Reading is the place you can go where there's no limits. There's no budget limits. Even if you can't find a publisher, you can self-publish. You can get whatever you want. You can get whatever the fuck you want. It's delightful. It's fucking delightful. I don't think Intergalactic is going to flop. I think it's going to be great. Anyways, this seems shallow. I'm not drowning here. See ya, folks. Be lucky. What? What's he talking about? Who is that person? Media has many heroes and... Okay, well, nice to know you. Trees go to war. Hey, buddy, we haven't seen you in a while. AAA games feel like they're made by real gamers. AA feels like it's made by businessmen. It's all the same. It's absolutely 100% all the same. The indie studios want to stay in business. Now, if you're talking like one-man bands and the guy comes home, the girl comes home, and they make their game, and it's just a passion project, sure. But every game is somewhere between, why is this hard for people? Why is this? It is always every entertainment. It's like somewhere along the lines, people were sold this idea that entertainment, be it movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, whatever, there was some magic time where anything and everything that got made only because the artist believed in it. And fuck the audience. I'm following my, who told you guys that? I mean, you can go back to fucking Mozart, where people were being commissioned to write operas. And they were, yeah, Mozart was a genius, but other composers were like, look, I want to work. What does the king want? He wants an opera about a monkey that shits gold? I'm in. That's always been the balance between artistry and the people who fund it. Constantly. This is not new. This is not new. Anna, thank you, buddy. Our great mod, Miss Anna G, says, your games got me through some hard times in my life. Your creativity meant a lot to me when I really needed something to escape to. Thank you. Well, thank you for the support and all you do for our community and our show. And thanks for playing our games, man. I love it. I love hearing that. It makes me very, very happy. The older I get, the more I have found that I use games that way as well. And I bring games kind of into I don't use them right now to escape, but I do use them. Like, I love playing, like right now I'm playing Unicorn Overlord before I go to bed at night. And it makes me very happy. It just really is a nice way to end my day, So I love using games for things other than just, oh, I'm playing this game. It's really cool to hear that. So thank you though. Saying a game is a flop is totally online culture war stuff. Who cares if the game doesn't sell? I mean, that's a good point too. I don't give a shit if it flops. I mean, I care only in that, I want to see people lose a job and I want to see people be able to, make another game. But yeah, Bro, Mozart was considered a genius for writing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star at age 5. He was just a musician. No, he was one of the great musicians of that period. I mean, you can try to reframe Mozart as just some guy, and he was just a human, but he was exceptional as a composer. I don't know what else to tell you. Jaffe, do you think the AI hype will speed the transition to cloud gaming since it will drive the cost of hardware? I hope so. But I mean, I don't want it though. I don't want cloud gaming for everyone to be the main thing until it's good enough. Once it's good enough, I mean, most people will easily go, I'm not buying hardware. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, man, the coolest thing in the world is I don't ever have to buy a new graphics card. I mean, unless mine gets so old, because I just fucking stream it. And it's great. Okay. Neil is one guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. What else did this? It lacks high quality publications focused on the industry. All the game outlets are a joke living in symbiote. So no one, high quality publications focused on the industry exist if there's a need for them to exist. People have tried both to do, hard hitting journalism in games. Nobody wants it. Hell, people don't want journalism in general these days, which I think is a tragedy, but some of the journalists are a tragedy. As for focusing on the industry, I don't know. Here's what I'd say. This guy has a right. This guy has a right to have an opinion, of course. I support that. But I don't like how he frames it like the industry's lame. It's like, you just have 20 thumbs up. What are you talking about? It looks like to me a majority working in the industry are failures that couldn't make it elsewhere. What are you talking about? Some of the smartest people in the world work in video games. You have to be smart to put all this shit together. Phantom Mutation, thank you so much for being a member at the GODZ of War. We appreciate it. He says, I totally love these insights as always. Still pull out my PS2 yearly to pop in my original God of War back in the day from Circuit City when I worked there. Cheers, Jaffe. Keep up the grind, good sir. It would only be a grind if I didn't enjoy it, but I appreciate it, and thank you for being a member. We do appreciate that support. Good sir, Phantom Mutation. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me take my hat off. Shit's getting serious now. See that? I'm not doing no toupee ads. I ain't doing no goddamn toupee ads. All right, here's what we got, boys. We are going to wrap this version of the stream up. Not right now, but let me see. We are going to go members only on this stream in about, let's see. We will switch to members only in 15 minutes, okay? So if you want to stay watching the show, and we'll talk about what's going to happen, you need to be on YouTube right now. We're just starting on Twitch, but you need to be a $2.99 a month tier member, which is called the Diet Coke Commandos. So now's the time, because in 15 minutes you're going to get kicked out, and we'll see you later. Don't forget, member event coming up this Saturday, Breakfast with Jaffe. That is for Calypso's Cult and above and mods over on the Discord. That will be happening Saturday, 11 a.m. We are, what is that? We are $30, so $40, no, $33 away from doing an EGM documentary watch party. So think about that. Think about that. If we get that, we'll do that tonight or tomorrow. We'll be watching some documentaries. We'll watch one documentary, which is the EGM documentary, which apparently is quite good. Sandy, you old Sandy so-and-so, thank you so much for joining the Diet Coke Commanders. Love having you here. Love having your support. Thank you for that, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Lara Croft returns. We're going to see the Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider reveal. That's exciting. I'm excited very, very much. What do you mean? Fuck you, old chap gamer, L. Jaffe. How about you fucking pony up some fucking ducats? It's $2.99. We're not worth $2. We do so many shows over here. We're doing the Game Awards coming up. We're doing, multiple shows a week. I game on this channel. It's not worth $2.99. Well, get out of here, you fucking freeloader. Jesus, I love having you here. I don't have a problem if you don't want to pay, but don't call me a loser because I'm charging for it, you son of a bitch. Why can't you be like Sandy, your sister? Listen, seriously, joking aside, my friends, I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for this. I mean, I'm assuming Pavi in the Twitter says, I'm really hoping for it to be a brand new Do game. What the fuck's a Do game? But no, I'm in. I'm very excited for a new Lara Croft game. And I like Crystal Dynamics. So have you stopped by? Well, let's do this too. Let's check this out. So Keely reposted the Aura. It's like she's charging up. I'm getting emotional. I'm assuming this is Lara Croft, but why are people saying it's Lara Croft? Because that doesn't actually look at all like Lara Croft. She's got a goddamn guitar. What are these people talking about? Trees go to war, you goddamn right. You are welcome to be here for free. That's why I make it free. I want people to come here for free. You don't have to pay, but allow me to support the people that do pay. Jaffe, what's a good stream game a console player such as myself has been missing on? I got a Steam Deck. A Steam game. Oh, Steam game. Let me check in a second. 1 second. Would you abort a child if the sonogram said it would have severe mental retardation? Probably. I would have to. Oh, yeah. That's Lara Croft. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is absolutely Lara Croft here. But because this character has a guitar, it could be, it could be anything, right? It could, I don't know what the context of this is. It could fucking be, oh, it's a new rock band where Lara Croft is a DLC character or something. But I hope, it's about time we see the Crystal Dynamics game. So I hope so. Okay, a good Steam game. Let's go look. Let's bring up my Steam account because I'll tell you what. Give me a genre. Give me a genre, and then I'll tell you. Zoo Punk looks great. Darkness Within, I agree. At least what they showed. I don't know if we'll see that this week. And Onimusha Way of the Sword. I don't think Onimusha Way of the Sword looks great, but I love Onimusha and it's Capcom, so I'm sure it'll be pretty fucking good. But that's very racist, Crodunk. Crodunk says, if you want to support us, just make those members stream off the bat members only. It does not feel good losing all those white friends. That's pretty racist, sir. It's pretty fucking racist. Yeah, it could be a map in Fortnite. I'm not sharing anything. I'm just telling you. I'm just fucking telling you. This is the announcement. All right, survival horror, quirky hack and slash. Okay, there's some great horror games on Steam. Let me do this. I don't want to derail. So do me a favor. Post that question in the comments, and I will do a little bit of a deep dive, and I'll either put up a video for you or I will just answer your comment, because I do want to give you a real answer, because it's an absolute great fucking, so many great games, and there are some great survival horror games over there as well. So, but I want to give you a good list, so when you get the game, you're feeling, you feel like you've been told something good. And yeah, I hear Skate Story, which just came out today. Let's watch that trailer, because I don't even know what the fuck it is. But I hear it's great. Skate Story YouTube. It's getting amazing reviews. And before we do that, I want to announce that our good friend, Michael Smith, who was, you know, you got, I mean, I don't have a joke to make other than it's just like, wow, your parents really just must have been real busy when they named you. But that said, though, Michael Smith, the money still spins and you're a good egg, and I appreciate it. He says, woo, I'll be your pay pig for this watch party. We have made our EGM documentary watch party goal, and we will be streaming that tonight or today. Stay tuned to my Twitter and here on the channel, and I will see when everybody wants to watch it, when they have time to watch it. And we will watch that together. That sounds fantastic. Thank you, Michael Smith, for that. Well, yeah, but he wants any Resident Evil runs great on the Steam Deck. I think he wants something that you can't get on console, because he's a console guy. So he's looking for something that is gonna, make him appreciate why Steam is so great. I think the Ill trailer was fake. It would not surprise me, Darkness Within. Why are you saying that? I hate that you're saying that, but you may be correct, and I hate that you're saying that. So let us know why. Movie Maniac, welcome to the Diet Coke Commanders. Our first mission will be this evening when we go out and steal the panties from the girls' camp across the pond. It's going to be great. Thank you so much, Movie Maniac. Welcome back. Hello, Awesome Tatum. Always good to see you. We're going to watch this trailer for Skate Story, which let's look at the Metacritic real quick, because I'm almost certain this thing's reviewing off the chart. Skate Story Metacritic. 79. Okay, I thought it was getting better reviews than that. I guess it is in some places. Let's see. Oh, weird. PS5, it's got an 80, but an 89 and 84 on the other places. So yeah, people who are playing, and I think it's on PlayStation Plus or one of their things right now. So let's watch this and let's see what we think. Here we go. Oops, nope. Routine is not good. Well, I'll tell you about routine in a second. I have not played Shadow of Rome. I heard it's pretty good, though. It's Capcom, right? Okay, Matt, you're saying Ill is very real. It may be that the trailer, though, is not real, because the trailer has some animation stuff in there. I mean, I hope it's real, but there's some stuff in there that you're like, I've never seen that in a game before, which makes me wonder how much of it's pre-rendered, but I hope so. Yeah, I'm not really into skating games either. I think there's a demo for this, though. And it's from Devolver, and they always do cool stuff. When is Mixtape coming out? I want Mixtape, goddammit. Sam 8, I don't know who that is, but that looks cool. All right, let's see. Skate, story, Steam, demo. I know there was a demo. I don't know if there still is one. That's another great thing about Steam. You can get, yeah, there's a demo. Fuck yeah, I'll try that before I buy it, because what does it cost? That's $20, but still. Okay, yeah, so that's out today. People are excited. By the way, yeah, I did see Harada is leaving Namco. That's the guy who really kind of led the charge on Tekken, right? So I'm not a big Tekken guy, so I don't really know much about it, but yeah. So what is the game you were saying? Is it Replaced game? Okay. Oh, Replaced does look great. Yeah. That's not out yet though, but that looks really fucking good. I'm excited for this. But the game that came out on Game Pass this week was called, what did you say you were thinking about playing? Starts with an R. Rob the Mod. Welcome to the Diet Soda Soldiers. Rob the Mod, what are you doing? You don't have to do that, but thanks, buddy. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. How are you, Rob the Mod? The guy was talking. Thank you, Rob. Everybody knows Rob. Rob's salt of the earth. And then salt on your French fries. I'm gonna be funny too. I'd be funny like Louis C.K. and all those people. What's the goddamn game that just came out? I always forget the fucking title because it's a terrible fucking title. Came out on Game Pass. Routine. Yeah. So I was really disappointed in this. I got this. It's on Game Pass. I played it over the weekend. It is just, it's so ponderous. And if you're into that and you kind of choose to show up and you really want a game like that, it's probably great. But for me, and it's not that I need pow pow shoot shoot, but it was just, you walk slow in the game, and it's very much has the kind of feel of one of those kind of art house arty farty, which I love. I'm not opposed to that, but it's very takes its time and very slow and very, and that's cool. But it's just, it can do all those things and still be engaging, and I just didn't find it engaging. So, Total Chaos, I was excited to try that next, but you're saying it's kind of similar. Awesome, Tatum. That's unfortunate. Makes me cry. Okay. What else do we got? Jeff. Oh, yeah, look at this. Congrats to our final 5 noms. We're going to read this in just a second. We'll talk about the Game Awards on the flip side, and we'll decide what we're going to do. The stream is wrapping up for everyone who is not a member at least the, or a mod at least the Diet Coke Commandos tier. So if we don't see you, we'll see you tomorrow, or maybe we'll see you tonight on the EGM watch party if we do it tonight, which we crossed because of our good friend Michael Smith. Thank you, buddy, for that. But your time is running out to join, although you can join when we're live. You just can't watch it till you join. There you go. Awesome. Tatum just made a zombie man. He saved one. You pulled him into the chopper as the zombies were attacking before I don't know. But thank you for that, awesome Tatum, and welcome to the fold, good Sir Zombie. We appreciate it. I will check out Yote. Yeah, I want to play Yote. But I'm looking for something that's only on Steam for this guy, though. So what game scared me the most? I would say I don't really get scared. Like, I got really scared playing Resident Evil 4 Remake because I was high. But when I'm not high, I would say like a game like Silent Hill F was wonderfully disturbing and sinister feeling, which I loved, but it wasn't scary. Horses that we played the other night on the Discord,
I thought was very interesting and kind of disturbing and weird, but it wasn't scary. So I only get scared playing games when I'm high. But I'll tell you what I'm not scared of is our good friend Anna G of the Cincinnati Downpour G's. It's Downpour, then there's a hyphen G because there was a really messy divorce, and now it's Anna Downpour G, but she's okay if we call her Anna G. She has gifted 5 gifted memberships to the Diet Coke Commandos, Surf Slot, Jarvie Rocks, our buddy Jarvie Rocks, Scotty B, Noir Beto, and Mano 7.